All right, YouTube, we in here. Happy Sunday. And how about that YouTube drama? I get it. The Call of Duty scene is pretty boring right now, man. I mean, what do we got out here? What do we got? We got a bunch of cheaters. People are exposing those cheaters. It seems like most of the community, like a bigger percentage of the community, is cheating in Call of Duty nowadays. It's frustrating. I get it. I support these legitimate hacker hunters. But it's boring, man. She gets boring after a while. What else do we got? We got nerds out here, complete virgins, talking about being in 10 KD, 18 KD lobbies and shit. And this is how they drop nukes in those skill-based matchmaking lobbies. And then you watch their clips. And it's like, the people that they're playing against, like, they would get absolutely smashed in my low skill 2 KD lobbies. Like, I'm watching the gameplay and I'm like, bro, I barely got any movement. I ain't about that movement life in Call of Duty, man. I like to run and gun, but I ain't about that movement, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And I'm watching this person's clip and I'm like, okay, other than having absolutely no recoil at all, like 0 recoil, I got better movement than the guy. I got better tracking than this dude, and he's playing against complete bots, just slow as hell. Talk about being a 10 KD player, 18 KD player in skill-based matchmaking lobbies, dropping nukes. Like, dude, it just it gets old, man. Obviously they're farming for impressions or whatever, man. Everybody's trying to get a bag out here off Call of Duty, whatever it is. They want to get the bag while playing video games. And I mean, I get that to a point, right? You want to do what you love for a living, right? You got to do that shit for 50 years, whatever it's going to be. You know, you might as well enjoy what you're doing for that length of time. We got more leave the kids alone drama with Nick Mercs and a whole certain community out here with the full force of the Twitter fingers. And they're going crazy on him, twisting his words around, making it something that it's not. And it's just, man, it's just drama everywhere you look. And I get it, right? You know, there's a lot of people out here. They need to make another payment on that Lamborghini. They need to make another mortgage payment, whatever it is. So they're stirring up drama. You know, the COD scene is boring. And we knew this. And I said this in the beta. I said a lot of people are going to get bored of this game with the quickness because it's all recycled shit. I said, for me personally, if they fix a few things, it could be a playable COD for me. Like, yeah, it will get stale for me as well, but it could be a playable COD if they fix these things. They have not fixed those things yet. Actually, some of those things have gotten worse, i.e. the spawns. The spawns are way worse than what we've seen at launch or in the beta. I said that this could be the best multiplayer we've had in COD in years, which it is, honestly. That nobody gives a damn about, which is starting to look that way, man. Nobody really cares about this game, dude. The scene is dry and stale as hell. It's boring. And I can't be bothered with this YouTube drama, man. I've always been that type of dude where, you know, like face to face, you got a big mouth, we'll handle it face to face. Like, trolling a little nerd, a butthurt nerd that's really toxic in the comment section, I'll just use him as a punching bag, so to speak, like a metaphor. I'll use him as a punching bag for some free entertainment, and I'll just troll him back. I can't be bothered getting into that type of drama, though. I would just rather handles in the real. That's just the way that I am. These people get out here, man. It's like a war. It's like, who can say some stupid ass shit that gets the most impressions, the most engagements, the most likes? We got grown men out here counting people's likes and impressions and interactions. And dude, it's just, dude, it's sad, man. It's like the PC K&M community. As soon as you mention the words aim assist to them, they just reduce into a puddle of tears. Like, it's just, dude, it's sad, man. The scene is sad. It's boring. And I can't really be bothered, man. I can't be bothered. Listen, like, when you're out here on YouTube, you see the tricks, you see the behind the scenes type deal. You see what the dirty things that people will do to blow up and all that. Like, dude, I could have my channel so much bigger than it actually is. I want no part of it. I have no interest, man. I always know each day this channel's growth is going to be slow as hell. It's going to be slow as molasses. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. That means two things. That means I'm not going to make that much money on YouTube, which is perfectly fine for me because I have a job. I don't use YouTube. I don't rely on YouTube to pay my bills. That's number one. But two, I don't got to deal with as many butthurt, entitled little nerds whining in the comment section about people's opinions on video games, man. The less people I have subscribed to me, the less nerds I got to deal with. So I'm perfectly fine with having a slower growing channel. Plus YouTube doesn't like the way I talk, man. They really they don't like people who cuss a lot in their videos. They suppress their channels a lot. They demonetize their videos a lot, shit like that. Look, man. Look here. Look, listen. I ain't gonna change the way I talk because YouTube is just kind of shady like that. I still live in a free country. I'm going to speak the way I want to speak. I'm going to handle myself the way I want to handle myself. And I'm going to carry myself the way I want to carry myself. When I'm at my job and I'm dealing with customers or whoever, yes, I'm going to be professional. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want over here on my goddamn YouTube channel, man. This is still a hobby to me. And I'm going to treat it as such. But I want no part of that clickbait life. I know exactly what you need to do. You see there's so many fakes and phony beta males out here, and they blow up overnight, and you see exactly how they do it. I'm not trying to go with them thumbnails, man. I'm not I know what I could talk about, what topics I could talk about that could absolutely blow my shit up. Just like these beta males out here, these fakes, these phony ass bitches that pretend like they care and all this, and this is just a bunch of bullshit, man. It's a bunch of fake bullshit, and I want no part of it, bro. I'm completely content having my little corner of YouTube where, I got my little community and just we're honest with people. We're honest about our opinions on the game. I try to keep most of my content on the game, and I just want to be truthful about what I feel about that game, what I think could make it better. Which is why, to end this video, I kind of want to talk about the Call of Duty cycle for a minute, if you guys don't mind. Because recently, I'm noticing that the Call of Duty cycle is alive and very well in 2024 with Modern Warfare Deuce and a Half. The COD cycle is so strong out here right now. Maybe stronger than it's ever been. I was just recommended a video yesterday or the day before, which is funny because I barely watch Call of Duty videos anymore. It's just, dude, I have no real interest, man. It's no hate towards anybody specifically. I'll still pop by, give them a view, drop a like on their videos. Not too often I'll ever comment anymore, but I barely watch Call of Duty YouTube videos anymore, man. When I get on YouTube to watch videos, I mostly just, maybe I'll check out a stream. I might pop in Murder Show's stream or something like that. It's usually just to watch a review on a game, a game that I might be interested in, a game that I'm thinking about picking up. I might watch a review on or something like that. Or if somebody's got a review on an old Call of Duty or something, I might go and watch that. Dude, I don't really watch Call of Duty commentaries anymore, man. It's just, the whole scene is just completely boring to me. But anyways, I was recommended this video. And I'm not going to name the person because I'm not trying to send any hate over to this person specifically. You guys probably think I'm talking about Thunder right now. No, I am not talking about Thunder. Listen, Thunder is the perfect prime offender for the Call of Duty cycle, man. I've been saying this shit for years, but Thunder's always going to get a pass with me. He started on Call of Duty at the same time I did, back in COD 4, and he's been making content on Call of Duty for way longer than me. And he's also older than me. So, you got to think, man, he's put that much more time into Call of Duty over the years, making videos on them constantly, regular videos. Yeah, you're going to get tired of Call of Duty quicker than other people. Your opinions is I understand where he's coming from with a lot of things. I don't always agree with him. I agree with him a lot, back in Black Ops 2 with the overpowered as fuck snipers, or World War 2, the overpowered as fuck snipers, or the target finder in Black Ops 2. I agree with him on a lot of things with Call of Duty like that. But, I remember back in Black Ops 2, he was saying that it was the worst Call of Duty multiplayer ever made. And then just the next year when we got Ghost, I think he was saying that Black Ops 2 was his favorite multiplayer. And Black Ops 1, he was hating on that every day, and that turned out to be one of his favorites. If you guys remember, OG MW3 dropped. He was loving that right at the beginning, and then he started hating that. And, Ghost, he was hating that, right off the get-go, but now he's a little bit more positive. Thunder is a prime offender for the Call of Duty cycle, but I got love for Thunder. I got nothing but respect for him. He gets a pass for me. But I'm seeing it with a lot of these other people out here. And I got recommended a video. And it was funny because this person is like straight up dogging on Modern Warfare Deuce and Half now. And this particular person was deriding this game so hard in the beginning. And I'm watching this video. And like I said, I barely watch Call of Duty commentaries anymore. And I'm watching this video and the whole time, dude, like my jaw is just like on the floor. And I'm like, dude, you were saying the complete opposite. Just like a month and a half ago. Like, where is like the COD cycle, bro? You wonder where it's coming from? The COD cycle. Now I noticed some of them, they got pride, they got ego. Right? So they don't want to try and admit that they're wrong. So they'll come up with other excuses why they now hate the game that they were absolutely deriding before. Or they'll just blame skill-based matchmaking. And I do think there is legitimacy to that skill-based matchmaking and the COD cycle. Once you're dealing with skill-based matchmaking for a few months, you just get sick of Call of Duty as a whole, man. You're tired of the match. The matchmaking completely wears you down. I think Sbmm, EOMM, and the COD cycle kind of go hand in hand like that. But these people know that going in. They know that when they make their very first video. When you have an average person out here who doesn't have a following and they go through the COD cycle, that's fine. It doesn't affect anybody. That's their business. That's their opinion. Who cares? Let them go through the COD cycle. When you have a following, I feel like you have a responsibility, though. You have a responsibility to see past that novelty and that honeymoon phase, because now you're not just speaking for yourself. You're speaking to a lot of people. Some people who might value your opinion and they're waiting on your opinion to make a purchase. I think it's important to stay objective and consistent. And that's something I've always tried to do. You can go back to all my old videos. I've made mistakes with one game, Black Ops Cold War. I fucked up a little bit. I made some mistakes. I got caught up in that honeymoon just a little bit because it was a Treyarch game. The beta was feeling all right. And I thought there was a whole lot more game coming with the launch of the game. And then we got the launch and we seen that we mostly saw all the content the game had in the beta. And then we learned that, all right, well, Treyarch took over with less than a year left and all that shit. I fucked up. I made a little mistake with Cold War. But I corrected that. And if you go back through my old videos, if you go back through even my Modern Warfare Deuce videos, my early on Modern Warfare Deuce and Half videos, my Vanguard videos, you will see consistency there. Like back when we had Modern Warfare Deuce and everybody was saying that Modern Warfare Deuce was the worst COD multiplayer ever made, or Vanguard. Everybody was saying that Vanguard was the worst COD multiplayer ever made. I was consistent with, oh, hell no, man. You guys are just caught up in the newest game. Seeing how shit this new game is, you forgot how terrible, god-awful Modern Warfare 2019 was, and it always will be the worst COD multiplayer we've ever seen in the franchise. I'm not trying to play Rainbow Six, bro. I ain't trying to play Rainbow Six with a splash of Battlefield. It ain't for me. Modern Warfare 2019 is still the worst COD multiplayer ever made. You don't hear me get caught up with a new game saying, when it's brand new, oh, this is the best COD ever, top 5 Call of Duty. You never hear that shit from me. I think now is the perfect time for you to look around on YouTube a little bit and really figure out who you want to invest your time with listening to Call of Duty opinions on, man. I'm not talking about the people who are only positive about the game and they are physically incapable of being critical at all about the game. You guys know I'm not talking about those people. I'm not talking about the people who are only negative about the game and they are incapable of shouting out anything positive, anything good that the developers do, that Call of Duty does, which is very few and far between in these modern times with Call of Duty. But I'm not talking about these people on each side of the fence, right? The always negative people, the always positive people. I'm talking about everybody in between. Look around on YouTube. Watch the videos that they're making now. And go back and watch their early videos on that game. Whatever game it is. And I think it's important just to know who to invest your time in, man. Because the COD cycle, it is real. And it is lethal. And it's stronger than it's ever been. Especially when people they value your opinion as to whether or not they're going to make a purchase on that game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I will see you on that next one.